Hey, so welcome. So, most people want to start a business for one of three reasons usually. Either they hate their current job, they want more freedom, or a lot of times people think they're just going to make way more money. They're tired of working for the man and getting paid a small paycheck and thinking that running a business they'll be able to make a lot more money, which can sometimes be true. But the reality is, if you're starting a business to escape that, instead of like looking to desire to build something that's larger than you, you're gonna probably end up burning out. And so you really need to think about, do you have that capacity? Do you have that desire to do that? Building a business is not necessarily a kind of getting out of jail free card. A lot of times it's a lot more stress and a lot more work than anyone ever expects. And in some cases, they create a business just to close that business and go back to a normal job because they didn't take the time to think about where the business was going to go, what it was going to take, and the sacrifices that are truly there when building a business. A lot of times, building a business is a lot more than just regular, working a full time job. You're not working just a 40 to 50-hour job anymore. You really don't shut off. So you really need to think about that. And in some cases, especially when you're first starting out, I've gone through this multiple times. You're never guaranteed a paycheck, and that's when you're first starting your business, or even when you're growing that business. There's everyone else and everything else, and all your customers and all your potential employees need to come first. And a lot of times you're paying people before you even have the money, or you don't have enough money to do that and to cover yourself. And not only is it about payment, but it's also about, the problems that come or the issues that arise during the day to day of running a business. Especially when you're first starting, you're wearing all the hats, your sales, your marketing, your production. You're doing a lot of things. And as you start to onboard people, you got to think about, okay, well, how do I onboard this person and get them trained up as fast as possible? And how do I make them successful so that way they can ultimately make me successful? And where there's the human side of things, and it's very there's things that happen to humans, whether it's a sick day or things like that, and you have to be able to adjust and accommodate to those things. So if some of these things feel like you can still partake, and take it on, let's keep going and go through these series of videos and see if this is truly a good fit for you.